Hi, my name is Brian Schiff. I'm a junior at Cornell, and I'm one of the co-founders of RedRoute. RedRoute makes the process of figuring out where to go and getting there quicker and more effective than ever before. We'll eventually solve two core problems for consumers, and they're highly intertwined. I'll explain them one at a time in the order with which we're attacking them. The first problem is that millions of college students across the US do not have access to Uber and Lyft. These rideshare companies cannot penetrate niche college towns, characterized as areas where students account for at least 20% of the local population. For this reason, so many college towns are stuck with traditional taxi companies. This rideshare limitation is a little-known problem to the public, but not to the companies themselves. Of the 1,000+ college towns in the US, Uber and Lyft are only even trying to operate in roughly a third of these markets, despite the obvious student demand for the technology. While lucky to avoid Uber and Lyft, taxi companies in college towns have a problem of their own: student appeal. And we offer a solution to that problem by bringing the latest in modern ride-hailing technology to millennials that don't hail rides any other way. The model is set up so that we take a simple revenue split on rides that we bring the company, meaning that this is a low-risk, high-reward move for any taxi company that is looking to grow their market and differentiate from competitors. After launching in Ithaca at the start of this semester, in partnership with the city's largest taxi company, we were able to penetrate 30% of the Cornell market in just a few weeks. From there, we've spent the last month and a half fine-tuning the customer experience, and now we're set to expand. We launch in Binghamton this coming Monday, and also have a signed contract with the largest taxi operator in Syracuse. Beyond that, we've been in conversations with about half dozen other taxi companies that are interested in joining on, and customers are now coming to us at a quicker rate than we can onboard them. We're on track to be in 5 strategic markets come spring 2017. As RedRoute evolves, we will grow to focus increasingly on the second core problem we'll be solving. Rather than getting people from point A to point B, this will be about helping them decide where exactly that point B is, regardless of getting a ride. Questions like, should I nap or hang out with friends? Where's the best lunch deal in town? And God forbid, what party should I head to next? Happen all too frequently. People have increasingly complex social lives, and nobody wants to miss out on a good time. The process of figuring out what to do all too often feels like this, when it really should be more like that. So rather than working vigorously through numerous different messaging apps, gathering information bit by bit to try and help you make your decision, just open RedRoute and immediately access all the information you need. How fun is a place? How many of my friends are there? And if it's a business, what, if any, deals do they offer? Everything is highly personalized and real time. And if you would like a ride, an Uber-like experience is just a click away. This is a massive opportunity, and we're not the first ones to recognize it. Foursquare and a number of other highly capitalized companies thought they had it solved 10 years ago. All failed, and general hope in a solution went down with them. With a decade's worth of technology innovation behind us, new methods now exist to overcome the obstacles that block their success, but nobody's noticed. Of RedRoute's 3 core components, automatic data collection, quick linking user social networks, and built-in privacy, only one was technologically feasible in the days of Foursquare. Looking at it from the top, it's important to recognize the value that the rides brings. It ensures a dense, critical mass of users in ideal initial markets and also establishes an early revenue stream, both of which are no small feat for an early-stage social company. And as the platform evolves, new revenue opportunities, both social-centric and ride-centric, will emerge. After graduating eLab, Cornell's startup incubator program last spring, raising a seed round through the summer, and reaching our key growth milestones this fall, our team is excited for the challenges that lie ahead. While just 3 college students, I'm the only one whose first venture is RedRoute. We're experienced, passionate, and on a mission to make an impact. As we scale the business, we will constantly be raising capital and growing our team. If you can help in either of these areas or are just interested in what we're working on, I would love to speak with you. As it pertains to the competition today, the $5,000 that we hope to win would cover over half of the costs associated with getting a new market off the ground. And with how quickly we're scaling this business, that would be incredibly valuable. Thank you so much to Entrepreneurship at Cornell for putting together this fantastic event and giving me the opportunity to present. Thank you.
You've seen some early traction at Cornell. I think you mentioned decent penetration rate. How did that translate into revenue? So what revenue did you realize? And then in the spring, you mentioned you'll be in 5 markets. What are your projections for revenue in the spring?
Yeah, so we're doing, right now at this point, we're doing a couple $1,000s, just over $2,000 in revenue per month in Ithaca. And when we look at sizing it up, we've obviously only penetrated a portion of the market. But each market, basically at capacity, we can do roughly $180K in net revenue, getting rid of fixed costs. So there's some scale.
You had mentioned that both Uber and Lyft have had problems getting to the particular markets that you're looking to get into. What is it about your business model that you believe will allow you to better penetrate those particular markets?
Yeah, so there's the fundamental difference that we're working with taxi companies rather than getting independent contractor drivers. But the unique circumstances in college towns that lead to this are there's the students that are doubling demand for rides. So you take a small town and then you put in 15,000 18 to 21-year-olds, and that's going to jolt the demand for rides. And then the drivers in the community actually make more money working for taxi companies. So the demand is going up, the supply is going down, and what happens more time than not is they'll try and go into a market, and then you open and try and get a ride and simply can't do it. It says there are no drivers available.
So you're in a market now, or you have a product now, right, that you're rolling out and expanding, but you're also now adding a new dimension to this with the social aspect.
Exactly right.
How are you going to scale your resources to meet both those? It's almost 2 companies in one, so how are you going to manage resources?
Yeah, so a big piece of it is that the core ride platform is almost built at this point. There's obviously fine-tunings and things that you want to do as you go, but the fundamental rides piece is built, and now we're going to start shifting our resources towards the social aspect of it. And then in terms of integrating the social into the platform, we're going to integrate it not every market at once. We want it to be in numerous markets so that we have access to those customers as we roll it out, but we're going to go one market at a time, make sure that we're seeing the metrics that we want, fixing what we need to, and then bring it to new places. Anything else?
I do have one. Is there any plan to monetize the social aspect of the platform?
Yes, absolutely. There are a bunch of different ideas that we have for that aspect of it. One of the things that we've looked into more than most is the ability to engage businesses that want to reach these customers. So if this is the platform that people are going to figure out what they want to do with their free time, that's also the exact instant that any business wants to reach their customers. So giving them that capability. Good? Great. Thank you.